Welcome to
PIA
PIA
2009.
PIA 2009.
2009.
Back in the PIA 2009.
Hey Joe, it's nice to see you back here at
to see you
PIA.
again. Yeah.
Wonderful to see you. So last time we talked, we were talking about Vigil's new improvements that you had a couple of years ago.
Correct.
So I came by to talk with you a little bit about what's going on at Vigil in 2009.
But 2009, there's a lot of changes going on. We have now our own factory, which is quite important to control the production. And we have mainly our own designing engineer team. We have 3 engineers working permanently on Vigil. We hope in, let's say, some months to come out with new products. But it will be a surprise. Let's say, beginning at 2010, that we will be there with new things on the market.
So
with
you got
own
some
design.
Got some new top secret things happening, huh?
We're doing a lot of things today, yes, to get the future assured.
So can you give us a hint?
Not too much, but you will see in 2010. And our people, we have a good team, and that's the main thing. A good marketing team, but now a good research team too. And I think that's the key of the future, to satisfy our customer with new things, which is the top of the market.
Wonderful. Well, on that commentary about customers, if there's a lot of people out here that are watching this right now, and they're probably thinking about purchasing some kind of an AAD device. Why should they consider purchasing a Vigil over any of the competition?
Well, I think the first reason to buy a Vigil is that we are very open and that we have a readout unit that could tell what the Vigil has done. Even if he's crazy, it will see on that unit, readout unit, that the Vigil has done something wrong. And we have nothing to hide. And I think today we have no much problems anymore with the Vigils because we get over all our starting problems that we had in the beginning, that's for sure. I will not camouflage that. But today, I think the production we have today, we measure about 140,000 times every Vigil to control parameters, and they all recorded. Because I think the Vigil coming out of factory today is a safe device which is working very well. A second point I insist is the batteries we have. We have one plus pulse element which has always the power on board to activate the cutter immediately. In 1 millisecond the cutter is fired, and in 2 milliseconds the loop is cut, which is the only device on the market doing that so fast. And due to our plus pulse element and our batteries in the Vigil, which is a very special design batteries.
Okay, and speaking of batteries, how often do we have to replace the batteries if we do buy a Vigil?
But the battery for the cutter is there for 20 years. You don't need to replace it. Or you need to have 1,000 misfires, this activation of cutters. This 1,000 times it will activate your cutter, which never will happen on no one of the AADs. That's in there for 20 years. And the other battery for the electronic is consuming so less power that battery will last for 10 years normally if you do less than 200 jumps a year and 2,000 jumps in total. That's the life of that battery.
So the battery lasts for 2,000 jumps total?
More than that. That's a minimum guaranteed. It can be 3,000 or 4,000 jumps. We don't know yet because we consume very low power, very short time. We permanently on the 8 times a second, the Vigil is measuring the thing, but in a very, very short time. And then it goes sleep again, and then wake up again, sleep again, wake up again. Might sleep a lot longer than it's wake up.
Well, a lot of skydivers are lazy. They don't want to go through and adjust their AAD. They don't want to have to turn it on or turn it off or work with it very much. Is that possible with the Vigil unit?
No, you need still to turn it on when you arrive on a drop zone because you need to register the right pressure to have a 0 level to start the going on of the Vigil, because you have a 0 reference and that you need to switch on your Vigil to get that 0 reference. And then you start from there, your 0 level. You go up and then it determines all the altitude due to that first calibration, and that's obligatory in any AD.
How hard is it to offset your landing zone? So if you're taking off at one altitude and landing at another one, how difficult is it to change out the Vigil?
It's very easy in the Vigil because you have on the screen altitude correction, and then you just push on the knob, and by 50 meters or 150 feet, it will regulate itself to the altitude you want. You want 800 feet higher, you just push to reach plus 800. or the arrow go down, you do minus 800 feet. If you have minus 800 feet, it's very, very easy on a Vigil to
So
do that.
it's not coded. You don't have to learn anything about numbers or letters.
And it's on the screen permanently. Even afterwards, you have always on screen during 14 hours. Instead, Pro plus 800 meters or Pro minus 800 meters. It's clear language on the screen.
Great. Well, it sounds like a lot of improvements have taken place over Vigil, what they were when they first came out a few years ago, to where we're at today.
We learned a lot. We were new in that business. We were in electronics, but not in this kind of electronics. And now 10 years in this business, have of course learned a lot, and we apply it to our equipment. And all the team is working on that. That's quite positive today.
Wonderful. Well, Joe, thanks for taking a few minutes to speak with me. And
it was great for me. And always prepared to talk more if you want more information.
Okay, great. And people can find you on the web at what web address?
www.vigil.io.
Vigil.io.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we've got it right here behind us and on the flags over there, so we'll get that up.
Vigil.io. It's very, very easy.
Very easy.
There on the
Yeah, we got it all on your wind blades. All right, Joe, well, thank you again very much for taking a few minutes to speak with us.
pleasure for me.
We'll see you guys again.